Banned interview of Sigmund Freud about the afterlife. Shocking truth that could change your view of death. This interview is an explosion in the depths of the psyche that could awaken your fears or give hope. It was supposedly never meant to surface, but here it is before you, ready to overturn your understanding of life, ready to dive beyond the edge. In 1938, Vienna on the brink of war. Sigmund Freud, in agony from cancer, supposedly gives a secret conversation. The first line, "These words could split humanity or resurrect its soul." This is the confession of a genius who spent his whole life dissecting desires and fears, and at the end saw beyond. Freud supposedly admits life after death is reality. The ocean of the unconscious, where desires and traumas live forever, tormenting or healing. Time curls into a loop, past and future merge. The soul sees the mirror of its choices. Ready to dive into this abyss? The journalist, whose name is erased from history, perhaps to protect from the shadows of power that don't want such truth to come out, strikes at the heart. Dr. Freud, do you believe in the continuation of life after death? Pause. The manuscript notes, long silence. Freud takes a drag on his cigar, eyes burning in the dim light of the cabinet, full of shadows and books. To believe, he answers in a hoarse voice, full of torment and power. That's for cowards fleeing analysis. At my age, I know. And this knowledge burns the soul, tearing apart all illusions that I myself created all my life. The journalist freezes. He expected mockery, but gets a revelation that changes everything. But your science psychoanalysis always denied the soul as an illusion. Freud smirks, but a storm in his eyes. Not my science, friend. The masses see it only as a tool for digging up fears. But I dove deeper, deeper than childhood fears, deeper than hidden desires. And there in the abyss of the unconscious I found immortality. This discovery didn't come suddenly. It grew from observations of thousands of patients whose visions on the threshold of death repeated with frightening accuracy. Listen carefully, he whispers, leaning closer, as if sharing a forbidden dream that sends chills down the spine. This must remain between us until the world is ready for confrontation with itself. Life does not end with death. This is a fact, discovered in the structures of the psyche, intertwined with the fabric of the cosmos. I saw how patients described the same thing. Transition to an ocean where there are no boundaries, where consciousness expands to infinity. The journalist freezes. You're talking about the soul, about paradise. About transformation, Freud replies, his voice trembling with excitement. Imagine a wave in the ocean of stormy desires. It is born from the wind of instincts, crashes against the reefs of fears. But when the storm subsides, the wave does not perish. It merges with the ocean, becoming part of the infinite. Our consciousness is that wave. The body is only a vessel for hidden forces. Death? It frees us into the ocean of eternity, where not emptiness awaits, but complete unity with all that exists. The journalist needs time to recover. How does this fit into the theories of the unconscious? Freud smiles mysteriously. The unconscious is the key to everything. It does not die with the brain. This is the primary force shaping reality. Desires are connected beyond the body. Mystics sensed this in trance. I proved it through analysis of dreams and traumas. Patients on the edge described patterns, tunnels of light leading to space without time, meetings with the departed who know all secrets, life reviews like a film where every choice echoes in eternity. And God? The journalist asks, holding his breath. Freud sighs deeply. Not the strict father from our fears. God is the ocean itself. There all psyches merge. No one disappears. Death is a return home where not demons await, but the resolution of all secrets. In this ocean, infinite space where souls soar in a stream of light, communicating without words, experiencing variants of lives that could have been. No bodily pain, only pure consciousness expanding to the stars. The room is saturated with smoke and tension, stuffy like in a nightmare. Outside the window, autumn rain of 1938, like tears of a repressed world. The journalist feels a chill. This is not the words of a scientist. This is a cry from the abyss of the soul, from which goosebumps run. Doctor, why do you claim this? This is mysticism. Freud leans in, eyes blazing. Not faith, knowledge. Patients on the couch whispered about visions beyond. I thought, projections. But patterns repeated, connection beyond the flesh. My theory opened, consciousness, energy that does not fade. In the afterlife, an ocean where time flows differently, where souls meet guardians, beings without forms, knowing every thought, showing errors and paths of healing. No hell as punishment, but egoists drown in their fears, reliving them until they realize. Seekers of light ascend to unity, where love is an eternal stream. Remember, at the beginning of the century, we broke the mind into parts, but behind them, emptiness, vibrations of desires, and further, immortality. If desires are eternal in connection, then souls are not torn by death. Patients saw, after the tunnel, space of light, where loved ones embrace, where secrets are revealed, where the future shimmers like variance and the soul chooses the next path. The journalist trembles. This means immortality? Yes, exclaims Freud. Consciousness is non-local. The brain, an antenna for signals from the ocean of the unconscious. Death breaks the antenna, but the signal lives, like an echo of dreams in the silence of the night, from which there is no escape. In the afterlife, infinite levels, lower, shadows of fears, where unresolved conflicts wander upper, light of unity, where souls merge in harmony, experiencing collective memories of humanity. Why did you keep silent before? Time is running out, whispers Freud, his face paling from pain. I am on the threshold, the world in agony. Nazis, war. Truth is needed, but dangerous. It will be distorted for manipulations. But the era of fears is ending. Psychoanalysis and spirit will merge into one. The clock strikes midnight. 12 strikes, like an echo of fate from dreams, from which the heart freezes. What awaits us there, Fein? Asks the journalist. Freud looks into the distance. Depends on the psyche. Egoists wander in shadows of fears, tormented eternally in labyrinths of their mistakes, reliving the pain they caused until they realize. Seekers of truth merge with light, where the ocean of love envelops, and souls soar in bliss, communicating with the departed, seeing all lives as one. Many see a tunnel of light, leading to space without time. Their meetings with departed loved ones, not hallucinations but real connections in the ocean. Life reviews, every action, emotion, decision replayed anew with understanding of consequences, like a lesson for the soul. Entities, guardians, knowing all secrets, show variants of future and past, helping heal traumas. No bodily pain, only pure consciousness expanding to the stars, where no loneliness, only unity. Cycle of returns for healing, rebirth, choice. At the end, ocean of love, without pain, where all secrets are resolved, and the soul dissolves in eternal light. Silence chokes, like in a nightmare. The journalist feels, the world is changing forever. Why do the great ones keep silent? Freud smiles sadly. Truth is dangerous. Scientists fear ridicule, religions, loss, politicians, chaos. But Nietzsche, Schopenhauer knew. I kept silent, analyzing fears. Now time to shout from the abyss. Freud recalls the theory. Consciousness, energy, like EMC2. It transforms. Everything lives in the field of collective memories, where secrets do not disappear, but echo in new lives. No death. The form dies, the essence, no. Intuition, déjà vu, echo from the ocean, from which goosebumps. In the afterlife, levels of reality, where souls evolve, passing lessons, merging with collective mind. Why suffering? School of the psyche. Pain heals like analysis, fears, traumas strengthen the soul, making us ready for higher levels of the ocean. Freud adds, the world is dividing, technologies without heart and path to self-destruction. Accept, We are one in the ocean, or perish in illusions, like in a nightmare. This is my last, he says. Death, not the end, but awakening. Love is eternal. It will save us from shadows. The journalist in shock. How to prove? Freud. Children remember past traumas, clinical death, visions outside the body. Physics tears materialism to shreds. Soon instruments will confirm the field of the unconscious, and the world will explode with revelations. But the main thing, live consciously. Knowing immortality, the world will heal from fears and the ocean will accept us with open arms. The door creaks. Assistant. Time to rest. Freud. The body weakens the spirit. No, I, a seeker. Truth for the brave who do not fear the abyss. Handshake warm. We will meet there in the ocean. Freud at the window in moonlight. In youth I sought the key to the mind. Now understood. Meaning. In connection. Nothing to fear. Love remains, it. Eternal fire, illuminating the path in the ocean. The journalist leaves. The world changed. Important not after, but now. But this truth burns and illuminates the path. He sealed the notebook until the time, and now, your time. Do you believe? Thank you for watching to the end. If it hooked your soul or blew your mind, like, subscribe for new explosions of truth and secrets. Comments. Do you believe in Freud's ocean? Or is this your nightmare? See you. Truth whispers from the depths. Listen to its call before it's too late. What if Sigmund Freud revealed the secret of psyche immortality?